Yeah, I'm over here just talking my head off, and I didn't even know that I didn't press record. Anyways, in those most deepest, darkest times of your life, you got to know that God is with you. When you cannot see him, when you cannot locate him, you have to know and understand that God is with you, that he is protecting you, that he is walking with you, that nothing, nothing would harm you. See, when I was growing up, I didn't see the love that I was promised. Yeah, people say, "Oh, I love you." Yeah, I love you too, but I didn't actually see the love. Yes, it's one thing for you to say it, but it's another thing for you to put your action behind it. I didn't see that growing up. So it also caused me to not have faith in God when it comes to love. So I'm like, okay, God, yeah, everybody say that they love me, but I don't see it. They say that they'll never betray me, but they betrayed me. They said they'll never talk about me, but they talked about me behind my back like I was a dog. But it was new for me to open up to God fully because I've never seen it done before. I've never seen it happen before. I'm not used to it. So that's what I had to tell God. I'm like, okay, Lord, well, I want something new that I haven't experienced. I want to experience you on another level. Something that I've never seen before, something that my family's never seen before. And just that, in that, it made me to believe that all things are possible. All things are possible. I was just remember in your darkest season, your darkest times, call out to God because people are not going to be there like they promised, but God will always be there. He will be the one that's pushing you to success. Nobody's going to push you the way that God pushes you. Nobody's going to treat you the way that God treats you until God releases those people into your life that will. Because there's people that's on assignment for your life that would treat you the way that God does. But his love does not compare. It's no comparison. So you just got to believe and have the faith enough to believe that it is possible. Yeah, I may not seen it done before, but I know that it is possible. Yes, Lord, I know that you love me. I never seen it in the fleshly realm before, but I know that it is possible because you made a covenant with me. You made a promise with me. You had a connection with my spirit before you connected me into this earthly realm, before you placed my body, my soul, my spirit into this earthly body. See, we have to know and we have to remember, y'all, that it is all a part of the process. We already have a connection with God. We already have a spiritual connection. All we have to do, we have to go back to our birthright. We have to go back to the place that God has called us to be before he placed us in this body, before he placed us where we are today. See, we lost our identity the moment that we came out of the birth canal. So we got to go back to that place. We have to go back to that place. We have to go back to the place before we lost our identity in the abuse, the molestation, all these things that once took our identity, that causes us to lose control of our eyes, our spiritual eyes. We have to tap back to that person. We have to tap back into that little girl. We have to tap back into that little boy. We have to tap back into your true identity. And the only way that you can tap into your true identity is when you take the limitations off of yourself and you take the limitations off of God. Because we know that God can do all things. He can heal any pain, any sickness, anything that we may endure, that we have already endured. He cured it already. But we have to have the faith enough to believe that it is possible for him to do all things. Whatever you're praying and asking God for, do you not believe that he can do it for you? See, we have so much limitations caused from our pain, and we reflect it on God. We put it on God. Oh, Lord, I never seen it done before, so I don't think you can do it. God is like, well, you didn't even fully come to me and ask me, can I do it before you put limitations on me? You placed me in a box. You placed me in a box. So he like, okay, what's next? What's next? So it's time for us to come to realization with who we are. It's time for us to focus. It's time for us to not limit ourselves, not limit God. But now is the time. Now is the time for us to wake up, fully wake up and understand who we are. There's no more beating around the bush saying, oh, I'll do this later, when God has called us and placed us with every opportunity, every blessing that is needed for us to move forward. Then we asking God, oh Lord, I don't have anything. Oh, I want to leave my job, but I can't because I don't know what else to do. Baby, you are gifted. You are talented. God is saying, get up and do it. Get up and do it. You waiting on me, but I'm waiting on you. You waiting on me, but I'm waiting on you. I'm waiting on you to do it. I need you to get started so I can come in and I can do what I can do. I can do what only I can do. But you got to get started. You got to put the work in. You got to get started somewhere. So don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on your potential. Don't give up on the things that you've been called and created to do. Activate the gift. Don't sit on the gift. Activate it. Activate it. See, we sit around and we say, "Oh, she's so gifted in this. He's so gifted in that." But it's like we tune down our own light because we don't see the potential that we have on the inside of us. But when you tap in, you'll be able to see it. All you gotta do is just connect with God. All you gotta do is just push your faith where your mouth is and take the step. Get started. Don't wait for the next dollar. Don't wait for nobody to come save you because ain't nobody coming to save you. Ain't nobody coming to help you. You got to get started. You got to put the work in. Get started now. Believe in your dreams now. Believe in your identity now. And then you will see everything play out the way that it's supposed to. But no, we wait and we want everything to work out in our timing. But God is like, no, it's not going to work like that. You got to be willing to say, okay, Lord, you said get started. I'm going to get started. I don't know how this is going to happen, what I'm going to do, but I trust you. This is all a part of your faith. This is all a part of your faith. Are you willing to do it? Are you willing to be bold? Are you strong enough to stand on your faith? When people say, oh, well, I don't believe in what you believe, that's fine. That's fine. But guess what? I believe and I stand firm in my belief system. I know who I am. I had some people that try to come up against me and tell me, oh, you shouldn't believe. I don't care what you believe, but me personally, I'm going to serve the Lord. And it ain't nothing that you can do to stop me from serving because I know that I'm here on assignment. Everybody has a purpose, and I'm going to fulfill every purpose that God has placed on the inside of me before he comes back home and before I go home. So I have assignment. You have an assignment. You're not just there to work and make money and pay bills. No, it's bigger than that. Life is bigger than that. See, the limitations that we put on God, we make it seem like we serve a God of lack. That's not who he is. We serve a God of abundance. But the only way you can tap into that abundance is when you surrender. Surrender. Change your mindset. The reason why you don't see the change that you desire because your mindset is still stuck in the past. You got to change your mindset. It's a challenge. Yes, it's a challenge because not everybody want to do this work. But you got to be willing to do it. You got to be willing to say, okay, I want this. How bad do I want it? How bad do I want it? How bad do I want success? How bad do I want my future? Where do I see myself in the next 5 years? Where do I see myself in the next 10 years? Write it down and get started. Write it down and get started. You have the choice. You have opportunity. And let me tell you how you have that opportunity. Because you have breath in your life, breath in your lungs, everything. You have everything. You are fully equipped. Excuse me, y'all. You are fully equipped for everything that God has placed on the inside of you. It's time to get up and get to it. Get to it. Stop waiting. Stop waiting. Stop waiting for the approval of others because not everybody's going to support you or your dream. Not everybody's going to support you. Some people don't even like you. But would you let that stop you? Will you let it stop you? Or would it let it be a fire, a fuel to your fire to get you started? To say, okay, Lord, I don't care who is for me, but I don't care who's against me. But as long as you are for me, I'm going all in. See, that's what you have to say. That's what you got to do. And just know that the time is now. Stop waiting. Get up and do something. Get up and do something because it's not easy. You're going to have people that try to come up against you. People not going to believe in your dream. People not going to believe in your story, and that's okay. It was given to you for a reason. Believe in who you are and know whose you are. And when you believe those two things and you know those two things, everything will work out the way it's supposed to. But that's all I got. I'm not going to keep y'all on here for a long time. God bless y'all. I love y'all. And I will see y'all later. Bye, y'all.